Yo, my name's Michael Jerome. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I came to a realization. Alright, I've been grinding this YouTube thing for about a month and a half now, and doing a bunch of music reactions, primarily hip-hop. And I came to the realization I have not reacted to an entire project from a female artist. Now, I figured we better change that. And Destiny just so has it that Beyonce dropped a new album right now. I am by no means a Beyonce expert. I'm not part of the Beehive, but I'm here to appreciate all kinds of music. I've never listened to an entire Beyonce album front to back, but I have heard her popular songs. You know, Halo. Who hasn't heard Halo? That shit hits different. We all know she's got that beautiful voice. She does have those ties to hip-hop. Obviously, Hova. But yeah, man, her new album, Renaissance, just dropped, so I figured why not get a reaction in. Now, y'all have been showing a bunch of love again. Thank you so much. Y'all sent a bunch of recommendations. I'll get to those. But I saw this was dropping. I was like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and give this one a listen. Now, I don't really have much in the line of expectations. I really have no idea what to expect. And I don't have my standards set too high. Again, I've never listened to a Beyonce project front to back. This one's an hour long, so I'm full sending it, and we're gonna do it. So, without further ado, Beyonce Renaissance track number 1. We got "I'm That Girl." Okay. All right, straight off the bat, she's saying, "Forget the diamonds, forget the pearls, forget the fact that she's." Partners with arguably the greatest of all time in hip-hop. Straight up her abilities, she's the one. She's that girl. So she's saying, give me that respect. That's a good start to an album, you know, and it just directly answers a lot of those things. Like, okay, you're famous, you're partners with Jay-Z, you got all these material things, you know you're rich, but hey, my music is here. Listen to me now. We're gonna listen. I'm honest though. I'm sure y'all realize like a lot of these first listens, I like to say that I like this stuff because I do. I just enjoy new music, and a lot of the things I've reacted to on this channel are artists that I know I enjoy, and I've listened before, and I know I have like a strong background with. I'm brutally honest every time. Like if I don't like a track, I say it. Hopefully y'all realize that. Ooh, I love the way that those vocals scaled. That was nice. Alright, so that was track 1. I'm That Girl. Yeah, I gave some of my thoughts throughout the middle of the track, but I enjoyed it. I like the way the beat progressed. It was a very fluid beat. It wasn't very stagnant at all. It changed throughout the track. And I always enjoy that. It keeps tracks interesting. It increases replay value when it works. The worst thing is when you have like one part of the beat that is absolutely fire and then another part you hate. Then it gets annoying. But no, I enjoyed that. The way she'd cut out the beat and bring it back. Also some nice vocals in there. I mentioned that one where the vocal pattern just sort of rose up and it was really sounded great. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and hop right into the second one. This one's called Cozy. Ooh. I forget. Solange. I forget how to pronounce her name. But I know Beyonce's sister. She dropped an album. Was it 2 years ago? Forget how long it was, but it was a good album too. Like it runs in the family, man. This family's got some skills. Oh yeah, sure. Real quick, this chorus is it's a powerful message to it. It's a message that we've heard a bunch across many different genres, but body positivity. See, I'm very wishy-washy about it because it is important. Like if you're comfortable with who you are and say you don't like look how society portrays like beautiful to be, then that's totally cool, and that's what this message is saying, and that I totally support you in that. But hey, for me, for example, like I don't got a 6-pack of abs. I don't have the biggest muscles. I would love to look that way, but I also love pizza too much. But where it does get iffy for me is when you use this whole movement of body positivity as a means of an excuse, as a means of getting out of hard work. Because I know if I wanted that 6-pack and I wanted to build insane muscles, I know what I have to do. I have to stop eating pizza and I have to, get off my ass and work. And, it's a slippery slope, because when you say these things, it is important. If you're comfortable with who you are and you're happy in your life, then more power to you. But it also promotes laziness, and if you're not fully comfortable with who you are either, this is like an easy way of getting out of that. It's a get out of jail free card in a way, where it's just like, okay, yeah, I'm happy with who I am. Beyonce says I'm beautiful, it's okay. And it's not just Beyonce. I'm just speaking in general about body positivity. But yeah, it's a very important chorus, and it's an important message. But if you're listening to this, hopefully you at least understand what I'm trying to say, where you have to take it with a warning, and it is something that requires some self-reflection is all I'm saying. But yeah, all in all, good track, good message with the warning I gave you. And yeah, the chorus is catchy. I like that. Is it a song that I would play a whole bunch just by myself? I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Like I said, the chorus does sound good to me, so I don't know if it's playlist worthy, but I won't skip it if I'm listening to the album. Next track, we got Alien Superstar. Oh my goodness. Real quick, I'm assuming this was intentional, but that's the same flow. What's that Drake song? What is it? Let me think. I got this. Too Sexy. Okay, I may have been sitting here just thinking for 30 seconds, but Too Sexy. Too sexy for my shirt. Yeah, the Future on it too. It's the same flow, and it's the same exact structure of it, that chorus. But it has a deeper message behind it, where it says, I'm too classy for this world. So instead of flaunting your body, saying I'm too sexy, I'm too classy. Like, I'm not about that. I'm that girl. I do that shit. Gosh, these could be some bad clips. Just me saying I'm that girl. Don't do me dirty, y'all. Don't do me dirty. But yeah, man, I'm liking it. It's another good message, and it sounds great again. And it's a cool way to flip that while still giving ode to a popular track and a popular artist. I like that end too. That was Alien Superstar. Again, another good message. I would say both the last 3 tracks really have been empowering, so I can see how a lot of people are going to enjoy them. The reason I'm not going crazy is just the genre in general, and this vibe. This really isn't the thing I typically listen to. But I still can appreciate this. Like, I can see how people really enjoy this. I do like, the high tempo. It's very kick heavy. It has some nice bass in it. The biggest thing, which I always gripe about, is she's actually saying something. Like, the thing I can't take is just, music where nothing's being said. Like, I get it. Instrumentation and like insane beats are great, and they have their place. But if you're an artist, if you consider yourself a hip-hop artist, even pop artist to a certain extent, you should be saying something. And Beyonce's definitely saying something. She has a message, and she's spreading it through her platform, and it does sound good. So, enjoying it so far. We'll go ahead and move on to the 4th track. And this one's called Cuff It. Ooh. I like this beat. It has a very, what's this? Bro, I'm just stupid right now. Calvin Harris, right? Calvin Harris? I think that's it. It has that feel. His name's Calvin. Jeez. Let me tell y'all something. This week, the past 3-4 nights, I've been running on 4 hours of sleep each night. I always tell you guys, you gotta grind hard if you want to get where you're trying to be. And I'm grinding, man. I'm dying out here. I can't think of these names. I'm mispronouncing shit. Y'all just gonna have to cut me some slack, all right? But yeah, this has a very Calvin Harris beat feel to it, which I enjoy. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, that was Cuff It. All I gotta say, my lovely, beautiful, gorgeous girlfriend, if you're watching this, I got a nice song to play next time you come over to my apartment. Oh man, yeah, we have fun over here. We have fun. If you're enjoying the reaction so far, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. You all know the deal. As always, my favorite thing is comments. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the album, my reaction. If I sound like an idiot, if you enjoy it, let me know. But anyways, next track, we got Energy. Oh, I like the way she's coming into this verse. Oh my, yo, that's a bar right there. Pick a side, only double lines we cross is dollar signs. You know, actual dollar signs of crossing. Okay, we got rapper Beyonce out here. I'm vibing with it. I really like this chorus. I don't know who this is, but it's a vibe. All right, that was Energy. I gotta say, man, that track is playlist worthy. I really enjoyed that chorus. Beyonce was really spitting on those verses too. I don't know, man. That's a good track. I enjoyed the beat. Another really high tempo, very pop beat. But I enjoyed that track. That's like I said, that's going playlist. That's a good one. Next track we got Break My Soul. Just that chorus and the vibe of the track itself. This is something that I think would be really good if you're feeling down or like depressed at all. I mean, first off, I'm not a huge fan of that vocal sample. It's chopped up, especially at the beginning. But it does add a bunch of energy to the track. And the beat itself, again, super high energy again. But, I mean, if you go into the lyrics here, she says, I'm looking for motivation. I'm looking for a new foundation. I'm on that new vibration. You know, she's keeping a like positive vibe, but the lyrics themselves are saying like, well, I'm looking for motivation. So what are you? You're unmotivated. I'm looking for a new foundation. What is that? What does that mean? Like you're not, you don't have a foundation. You're like rock bottom, or you have a cracked foundation, whatever. So it seems like a track that you'd play when feeling down, and this one probably gets your mood up. So that's the vibe I'm getting. Next track, Church Girl. Ooh. Oh, this is feeling real soulful. This might be more up my alley right here. And then we come in with the aggressive ass kicks. Alright, well, this is obviously gonna be the party anthem. I'm not a huge party guy, I don't really go clubbing like that, so this track isn't too crazy for me. But I could see this one being really popular. Very high tempo, sounds good. Still got like the soulful beginning to it. I can see how this will be popular. See, I don't know how I feel about that verse in particular. Just the mindset of like, oh, you know, we got church in the morning. So that's we kind of using that as an excuse to like act wild and act sinful, I guess. Now there's nothing wrong with partying, there's nothing wrong with dancing, but like it just that rubbed me the wrong way. Just like the idea of saying like, oh, I'll go to church in the morning, that means I can, you know, do all these questionable things the night before. I mean, that's just not how it's supposed to work. You know, as a Christian, like, you're supposed to be trying to do your best. You're supposed to be trying to serve God at all times, man. It's not just like, you know, on Sunday. That's That's when I give them the attention. The rest of the time, I can just do what I want. I don't think that's a great mindset. That might not be necessarily what she's saying here, but that's just the vibe I got from it. I mean, the lyrics just said, we got church in the morning, but you doing God's work. You go in, and later on, gonna let go of this body. Obviously, the chorus is about, letting go of that body. I don't know. I'm not saying that I hate it. Just it rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Next track is Plastic Off the Sofa. Oh, man. Real quick, alright. So, we're at a very important part of the album right now. And I know it just stopped right at the beginning of this track. But the entire album has been super high energy. Just, man, Beyonce should be a kickboxer, because these beats, they are so fucking kick heavy. I'm black and blue already. But very high tempo. But I mean, this track, you have just a beautiful start to this. Her voice just sounds incredible. It's a very somber beat to start out. I really hope it stays that way, because this album, all we got is just super high energy. And I like my R&B. I like my slow stuff too, man. I can go for a slower track. I was wrong. That's the best part, man. Honestly, that's one reason why relationships are amazing, but friendships as well. Like, people are awesome, man. And like, if you find some good people and you're able to actually get to know them and their real self around you, that's just a blessing, and you should not take that for granted. Because most of the times in life, and it's something that needs to happen to make society a positive place, I guess. You gotta be fake. Like, you gotta fake happiness, when you're having a rough day and you're just buying groceries or something. Like, I don't know, I fake a smile. I say thank you, I try to, because even though you're having a bad day, your actions and even just a subtle smile have an effect on others. So in a way, you got to be fake sometimes. But all in all, what I wanted to say here is she's talking about being real. And I mean, she said right here in the lyrics, I love that you can't help but be yourself around me. Is that those people in your life who are willing to show you that side where, if they're feeling down, if they're going through something rough, if they're struggling with something, like, those are the people you got to hold on the tightest, because they're comfortable with you. They're willing to share those things. And odds are, if they're willing to do that, they would listen to you when you're going through it. And you need those people. Life is hard, man. I know I say I grind. I know I say I do all this stuff. And, you got to put a tough persona. You got to be tough in life. But you also can't let that toughness blind you of your own humanity. And blind you of the fact that, you can't work 24/7. Or, you can't do X, Y, or Z all the time. And, you're going to feel down. That's what makes us human. And, having those connections is priceless. Anyways, next track we got is Virgo's Groove. I might have to send this one to my girl some night too. Couple thoughts on that track. I think it was too long for what it was. I mean, and there was some added depth to it. It wasn't just like, hey, come over, let's do this. I mean, there were some thoughts, especially towards the second half of that track. She asked, like, do you trust me? Like, hey, you're the love of my life, keep me warm. Like, it's not all just like the physical aspect of it. Well, like, keep me warm is physical, but there's more innocence in it. But with all that being said, for what it is, I don't think it needs to be 6 minutes long. I mean, it's not going on my playlist because I don't think I can listen to that long. Still, cool track. It has its purpose. Like I said, maybe some night I might have to send it to my girl and see what happens. But either way, it's a cool track. We'll move on to the next one, though. Next track we got is called Move. Well, this one's a little bit grimy though. Okay. Oh man, see, this track has it's different than a lot of the others in that it's a lot more bass heavy, so it gives off that, like I said in the beginning, where it's like, ooh, that's a grimy. It gives off that more grimy feel because it has that bass to it. The rest of the album has been very, I'd say, kick centered. It's it's pop music, like it's gonna have a lot of those kicks in it. But I mean, to me, what those kicks do is it gives the track a lot of energy. But it also adds like a positive mood or like a positive atmosphere to the track. Whereas this here, like, I mean, there's still kicks in, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely more bass heavy, and the deeper sound adds like some malevolence to the track in a way. Okay, that was Move. I really like that intro and then the ending there. It had that exotic feel to it, and I like that part. And then also the hip hop had me just like the verses too, especially more than like the choruses or the very repetitive stuff. I've said it almost every video, the last couple of videos, but one of my major gripes on any genre, any artist, when it comes to choruses is blatant repetition that just isn't catchy. To me, a chorus should be one of the most important parts of the track because that's what's going to be played, 2 to 3 times. And when there's blatant repetition, it's going to have to be super catchy. Like if you're saying the one line over and over again in the chorus, it's going to have to sound amazing to me in order for me to like it. Because you're not saying anything, you're just saying the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it is another cool track. I enjoyed the sound of that one. But we'll move on to the next one. Next track, Heated. Oh, I like the way those vocals are layered there. Just real quick, man, I really enjoy the way those vocals are layered on this track. Yeah, that sounds really good to me. Again, super high energy. It's a pop artist, it's a lot of the beats sound very similar to me just because it's the same sort of tempo, and I'm not gonna complain about that. That's just the genre, and I'm a hip-hop head. I prefer hip-hop and R&B, and coming from that background, this just isn't my favorite type of music, but I still, like I said, I can respect it. There's a lot of, you hear some of the points I made, like there's substance to this, and there's a lot you can get out of it, so I can definitely see why people enjoy it. But yeah, like I said, this track is sounding amazing, so let's keep this one going. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. See, this chorus is way better to me. This might be the best chorus on the album so far, honestly. It's not repetitive, like I just said. Like that's my biggest gripe on any artist, any chorus. But then also that sound when she's going and saying, got a lot of style, got a lot of Tiffany on me, I gotta fan myself off. When she says that, it has a different kind of flow to it. So it adds another layer to the chorus. It's not just the same flow all the way through, which I definitely enjoy. That may be my favorite track so far. What was the other one I said that to? I think it was Energy. I think this and Energy are my 2 favorites so far. This one just has like a very variable chorus, and it has different flows within the chorus, and it's not very repetitive. And I don't know, I just like the sound of this one. This one did have a little different touch to me, at least, to my ears. Either way, we'll go on to the next track, and it is called Thick, but there's a Q in the middle of that motherfucker. This ain't it, man. Not for me. No, man. Yeah, so that was Thick. I didn't like that track. Content-wise, didn't do a whole lot for me. I didn't hate the sound of it. I think it could be interesting to me. I think I could enjoy her sound like that. But it's mostly just the content. Like, I can't relate to that. I don't really enjoy it. That was a pass for me. Hard pass, but that's alright. Been some songs in here that I've really enjoyed, so, you know. I wasn't expecting a perfect album. This isn't my main genre of music. I'll understand that, and we'll go on to the next one. All Up in Your Mind. Oh. This just made me think about, so when I told my girlfriend that I loved her the first time. This is a good story, man. So we were just chilling one night. I forget what we were doing. I don't know, we were watching a show or something. We were just on the floor at some point. I think we were just talking, and we were laying there. I turned to her and I looked at her, and I just said, "Hey, I love you." And it was just like the middle of the night, a random night. I know she'd been waiting for me to say it. Yeah, you know what she said to me? She said, "Oh shit." That shit is hilarious. Okay, I underplayed it. It wasn't like a oh shit. It was like oh shit, like a surprised oh shit. But that's what she said back to me. But yeah, man. I mean, you hear a lot about love being like a double-edged sword, or like, you know, it being dangerous, because, you know, if it goes wrong, it's something that's extremely painful. At least to me, like, the reward is so much greater than the possible pain. And like, if you restrict yourself from love, like, you're really taking yourself away from one of the things that gives us humans like our fundamental purpose. Whether you believe that to be having children, or just finding that like true connection. I think there's beauty in that. And this track is talking a lot about that. You know, being all in someone else's mind. Like once you're in love, like, you just think about that person all the time. And, you know, it's a beautiful track. It just sort of made me think personally back to, you know, when I told my girl that I loved her, and, you know, just how far we've came since then. And yeah, no, it's a cool track. Definitely enjoyed that one. But we'll go ahead and move on to the third to last track already. This one's called America Has a Problem. That's cool wordplay right there, actually. With D and deep, but she like eased up on the hard P sound on deep to make it sound very similar to just the letter D. Weak and weak. Weak, I'll make you weak, like opposite of strong. And then a week is in like 7 days. So some clever wordplay right there. You know, coming from a hip hop head, I can appreciate that. Ooh. I like those vocals on the word higher. That sounds good. Alright, that was America Has a Problem. I gave some of my thoughts throughout the track. It sounded alright to me. There were some cool points in terms of her vocals that I enjoyed. But wasn't too crazy. We'll go ahead into the next track. This one's Pure/Honey. I think she's saying what I think she's saying. Interesting.
Take it all off, just a little if you like. It's pure. It should cost $1 billion to look this good.
You wanna know something I realized right now? I went on Spotify, right? I clicked on Beyonce's name, and Spotify said, it put it right there. It was like latest release right here. There you go, Mike. Enjoy. I've been listening to this clean version the whole time. Bro, what the fuck, man? I missed out on all those C words, all those B words. Really, man? I was wondering, like, some of these, like, I thought she was gonna cuss right there, like when she said bad bitches. And I was like, I've heard that a couple times now. I'm just like, okay, what is going on right now? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's too late now. I guess I'll switch over. For the very last track, I'll switch over to the explicit version. Man, I'm a rookie, y'all. Listen up. I've only been doing this reaction shit for a month and a half, so y'all gonna have to cut me some slack, alright? I hope my thoughts make up for my mistakes. And if they do, like, comment, subscribe. See what I did there? That's a whole YouTube thing. See, I'm catching on, man. I see what people be doing. Like, they just bag, though. Like, oh. For me, it's like, hey, if you actually enjoy it, like, then do it. Like, if you actually like what I have to say, then, you know, interact, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, then, you know, don't have to be here. It's okay. I understand. It's not for you. Like a lot of my thoughts, like, you know, they're deep. Like they have meaning. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're shallow-minded, or if you think that sort of stuff is boring, you know, then you can hop up out of here. It's all right, man. Anyways, I just realized that I was a dumbass, so I figured I'd let y'all expose me. Because I am a dumbass. Anyways, we'll keep it going. I'm not liking this song so far, though. Yeah, this track just isn't doing for me, man. It's alright, though. But a couple like this, it's just not my content, you know? Hold up. Oh, she sounded good now. Oh, man. Hold up. The second half of this track is exponentially better. Holy shit. Now remember what I said at the beginning, where it's like, hey, if you have these multiple like beat switches or anything, and you know someone finds one trash and the other fire, it really hurts the replayability of a track. To me, I absolutely hated the first part of the track. I didn't like the sound of it. She wasn't utilizing her greatest asset, which is her voice. And this one, she's letting those pipes sing, and she sounds great. Content-wise, still isn't my favorite thing, but she sounded good here. And you know, this part is way better than the first part. And if you're one of my subscribers and you're still this far deep, I'm impressed, man. I mean, we've listened to mostly, you know, like pretty serious rappers, and you know, if you're this deep into a Beyonce video, thank you a lot. But I think it's so important to acknowledge and appreciate other genres, even though Beyonce is very connected to hip-hop. And you know, it's important to, you know, give other genres a chance. Like, be open-minded, you know, try something else. And you know, like, for example, country is not my favorite thing, but there's some country songs that I love. Where it's like, if that comes on, I'm like, well, I'm singing this. It's like an automatic karaoke session when Your Man by Josh Turner comes on. I always got to sing that one. But you know, there's always something you can take away from a genre, and you know, even if it's not your favorite to listen to, you know, there's good value to be had. Anyways, I'll save some of those thoughts to the very end. We got one more track yet. It's the very last track. This one is called Summer Renaissance. Sounds great. See, I don't like these kind of choruses, man. Just saying so good over and over and over again. Alright, man. That was Summer Renaissance, and that was the conclusion of the entire album, Renaissance by Beyonce. I do not feel comfortable giving this album a score, because I do not think that'd be fair, since I'm biased, and this is not my favorite genre, just in general. So I'll refrain from doing that, but there are some songs in here that I really enjoyed and that are going playlists. There's 3 in particular that come to mind. Those are Energy, Heated, and then All Up in Your Mind. Those 3 I really enjoyed. I don't know. A lot of the tracks sound very similar to me. And you know what's interesting too? This is a gripe that a lot of people have on hip-hop tracks as well, where it's like, oh, they just talk so fast, they all sound the same. Well, to me, like this, you know, a lot of these tracks sound very similar to me, just because, you know, the beats are, the tempo of the beats is very kick-heavy, and that's just the pop sound. And, you know, it gets repetitive to me, and obviously not all the songs are the same. Like, they all sound different. That's why I like these 3 more than others. But to me, it gets a little repetitive personally. But that is mainly a byproduct of me just having a bias in terms of the genre. And regardless, enough of the negative. There's some great stuff to take away from this album. And I'm sure you could tell by some of, you know, the rants I went on and the stories I told. But, you know, what I was saying before this track, too, was, you know, there's something to appreciate in every genre, you know. Even, like, for me, I would never listen, I should say never. I wouldn't listen to metal on a normal basis. But like if you're angry and you have like a lot of aggression built up, I could see how, you know, metal might feel good to listen to, you know what I'm saying? But by the same token, if you're here and you highly dislike hip-hop, I hope you can realize that there is still a lot of value in tracks in which people express their pain and they tell entire stories in extremely clever ways. Like, and a lot of that stuff that you don't like is the mainstream, and that's just not what the genre is built on. It's built on poetry. It's built on very clever wordplay and very dense rhyme schemes. And, you know, you could go on, and that's why that's my favorite genre. And you know, there's value in there, and just, I enjoy it because each listen, like you pick up something new that the artist included in there because the writing is so dense. If you're interested in seeing what I'm talking about, just go check out some of the other videos on my channel. Almost every other one is hip-hop, and if you check one of those out, even just one of the short ones, you can see just how dense some of those tracks get. And you know, that's why I wanted to start this channel, because you know, one single line can be so impactful that it makes me, you know, want to speak to you guys for a couple minutes and bring up some thoughts. Anyways, this Beyonce album was good. I did enjoy the sound, but it's not my typical sound. A couple of those songs are playlists, but the vast majority are going to be one of those where I chalk it up to, you know, it was a good listen. I enjoyed it. Probably not going to listen to it again, but still can definitely appreciate the art behind it. With all that being said, I hope the Beehive doesn't sting me. If you're a Beyonce fan, I hope you can at least appreciate where I'm coming from. And if you're still watching, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and enjoyed my reaction to the album. And I hope you got at least one thing out of this. If not, hopefully you enjoyed the vibes. But yeah, man, thank you so much. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, have yourself a blessed day. Drink lots of water. Stay healthy. Make someone laugh. Y'all have a good one. Peace.